Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel, and we are today going to be talking about an important topic again in industrial psychology. And today we're talking about industrial accident and safety. um, as we know, there are several physical conditions. Yes, physical conditions in many work settings that could influence or affect employees' health or their well-being, both physical, both psychological, all of those situations. But today we're talking about those physical factors or situations in workplaces that could affect employees' physical health. One of them, in fact, the major threat is the one we call on-the-job accident. On-the-job accident, when the individual is working and then accident occurs. So by accident, we are talking about, when we talk about accident, we're talking about these factors or anything that can affect that can result in negative effect on productivity, unexpected. So accident is always these unexpected events, yes, that can have a negative effect on productivity, yes, or performance of the employee. So you see that industrial accident is not a game against the employee alone, but even the organization. Yes. So these negative effects, as we're talking about, like we said, accident is an unexpected event that can cause harm to the employee, leading to all of those unfavorable situations, negative situations in productivity, against the employee health, and leading to several situations like loss of time, loss of time, injury, damage to equipment, loss of materials, etc. So in whatever form accident occurs, right? In whatever form it occurs, it is very costly to the organization. It is very costly to the organization. If I may use an example, we're talking about if you see a footballer, right? That a footballer that gets injury, right? The pain there and everything is on the employee, which is the footballer. But you should understand that club also has a lot to lose, both in the play time the player should give, the money they will use to treat, even the psychology they will call to sign the person up again, and there is a lot that is going to be wasted. So you see that is accident in the workplace is always very costly for organizations. So like I said initially, we are talking about when we say accident, we're talking about an unfortunate and unexpected event. Yes, it is very unfavorable and unintended and very negative, right? Unforeseeable is another term, and unpreventable. In that situation is about to occur though, right? So it's not preventable at that point that it occurs, but as we are going on, we will discuss further about how to prevent it, industrial accidents. But at this stage of trying to understand what we are going to write or talk about in industrial accident, there are things we should know. One is that it is very unfavorable, and it's unexpected, and is unpredictable, and leading to injury, loss of time, all of those things. And again, nobody is to be blamed whenever accident occurs. Yes, neither the organization nor the employee. When all things are being equal, no one should be held responsible at that point for the occurrence. Yes, nobody should be held for that. Now, although, right, people argue that industrial accidents are unintended or not deliberate, right? But psychologists will argue that it can be prevented. Yes. So understanding the need for this topic we are talking about helps industrial psychologists, help organizations, managers of organizations to prevent it and to know how to manage it. Yes. So preventing it from occurring is very important. So some of the potential causes of accident, we can try to group it into two types. One is the job related factors, and two is the worker related factors. So in other words, work related factors or job related factors, and then you have worker related factor, that's the employee related factor. The job related factors, we understand that some jobs present higher and greater accidents or possibility of accidents. Yes. Regardless of the behavior of the workers, regardless of how careful the workers are, there are some jobs that have this high tendency for accident to occur. So in this situation, you understand that one of the requirements of that job is to place the employees on a safety equipment, right? Yes. And the demands and the probability of having accidents is very high, so they must be provided with safety precautions, safety equipment. You imagine when you're working in a gas company, that is one of the jobs that have that high possibility for industrial accident. So job related accident, right? So gas company, and it is important, yes, to state here that presence of unsafe conditions. So when there is no safety conditions, it's already a potential cause of accident, industrial accident, that do not necessarily. In fact, at this situation, you understand it could be prevented, right? Adverse environment, faulty machine. Although this situation now, please point it out here, we are not referring these ones as one of the job related factors, because faulty machines are not caused by the company or the organization. All of those adverse environment like weather conditions that may change a lot of things, they are not to be categorized as that, but those ones are unintended also. Yes, so safe machines sometimes, yes, should be yes, so safety machines can be hazardous sometimes, but that is when they do not function properly, and thereby it can, if you expect unqualified workers to fix it or unqualified experts to come working on it, that will also be another problem, predisposing or resulting to accident in the workplace. So when we want to consider some worker related factors that can lead to industrial accidents, and those factors include in as much as we have looked at the ones that are generally by the nature of the work, nature of the kind of work, there are some of them that could be from the individual. And when we're talking about those carelessness, workers with low vision, for example, you understand that it's not every kind of job you can put them in, right? Yes. So there is what we call accident proneness. Accident proneness, when individuals, the assumption believe that there are people that are prone to accident. Yes, some people have some characteristics or habitually that behaviors, the habitual expression, or have this kind of behavior that can lead to repeated accidents. Yes, so this could be one of them. the potential causes. Yes, the worker-related factors. Yes, there are some individual characteristics. The person's attitude. If, for example, if a worker fails to operate a machine the way it's supposed to, I think if it calls the person's hand or anything, you understand that is already a worker-related factor or kind of industrial accident caused by the individual. Some doesn't want to play by the rules. So people's attitude. Some people who are prone to accident and everything. So you see that when they say don't drink and drive and all of those things, and some communication and loss of concentration and answering phone when you're not supposed to, and a lot of distractions can be a reason for industrial accident, which is worker related. And now we are interested, since the psychologists have the assumption and believe that these things, as much as they are unintended and everything, that we can also try to prevent them. And some of the preventive measures include selection and placement. Selection and placement. So you will try to select persons who are fit and experts in all of those areas. Yes. Train them. Train these individuals. Yes. Train them. And as a situation that you cannot change them and everything, ensure that the environment is also safe and comfortable. Another way is legislature. The government should come up with policies, enforce laws that will reduce or enable these accidents, industrial accidents, to be reduced, so that the life of the employees can also be protected. Yes. So we're talking about, in work setting, we're talking about safety laws. So legislatures should come up with those kind of laws. So amidst others, meanwhile, workers or employees should also understand that it is not only against the organization that some things happen, but also detrimental to even individuals beyond themselves, beyond the place of work. Industrial accident can lead to a lot of things. Imagine when, let's say, a gas company and a mistake from anybody, it could lead to an escalation. The accident can be beyond what we think. So these legislatures and rules should be enacted with strict rule adherence, so that these workers and the organizations also should will be able to provide a better, convenient, and the keyword safe environment that will reduce to minimal level industrial accident. Thank you, and see you in the next video.